Arun, bring her. Good morning. I think you heard about the floods. Flood and drought. They are related, vice versa. Flood is there, drought is not there, flood. This is flood and drought, both are related to meteorological disaster. But this is the geological disaster which is happening inside the and on the land or inside the earth. Hello. Geological disaster. The geological disaster andre, this geological disaster that has happened when the natural geological phenomena or forces, this causes death and destruction in a wide range. Such disasters can be triggered by single major event or the phenomena of combination, and this related to the natural or man-made. So natural and man-made enta henike helತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ some of the geological are related to natural, that is like earthquake. This earthquake can be occurred naturally or man-made. ಅದು ಹೇಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಈ ಜಿಯೋಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ disasters ಅಲ್ಲಿ there are 5 types of disasters are there: landslide, earthquake, avalanches, sinkholes and volcanic eruptions. These are the 5 different geological disasters. The landslide is, see, these are the some of the photographs showing the landslides that have occurred in Karnataka. This phenomena is not there before 2018. If it is there also, it is very negligible. But after 2018, it has become much vulnerable for Karnataka. These are some of the photos showing. This is Madikeri-Sommarpet highway during 2018. Can anyone imagine the road is there existing? So this much of devastation, and that is during 2019 Chikmagalur. It is also in Chikmagalur, and that is in Uttarakhand and 21. Why these disasters have become regularly? Why the intensity and magnitude has increased? Why it is increasing? Is anybody? Pardon, sir?
Climate change.
Climate change, yes.
Human intervention.
Human intervention is also there. It's majorly related to climate change and sea level changes. Because this all related to meteorological things, the rainy days has decreased, but the rain has increased. So what we have in Karnataka, we are receiving yearly 80% of the rainfall during southwest monsoon. 80%. That too, it is interval of 4 months. It is equally distributed to 4 months. But due to this climate change and sea level changes, what has happened? We are receiving more rainfall in a less duration. What it will cause? It will increase the flood situation as well as landslide. If the flood is occurring, so it is jointly landslides will also occur. This landslides, there are so many other reasons are there. So I'll come to the next one. The next one is earthquake. Earthquake as well as tsunami. See, both are related to earthquakes. This tsunami is also happening due to earthquake. If any earthquake is happening, landslide we can give warnings, but not the earthquakes. Because if landslides mainly triggered by earthquake as well as rainfall. But whereas this earthquake, it is triggered only due to the stress and strain released by the plate tectonics. This is some of the photos of showing earthquakes. What is the effects? Avalanches. But we don't have any avalanches in Karnataka. Sinkholes. This photograph showing this is not in India or Karnataka. This is outside of the country. But whereas we are recently experiencing some of the sinkholes in Karnataka. In Tumkur, Gubbi, somebody heard? In Gubbi we are experiencing sinkholes. That is due to hydrological phenomena. Groundwater level increase. For Tumkur area, Tumkur districts, the Emavati river water or Emavati dam water can be transferred through canals to the Tumkur city or Gubbi. There, due to that rivers or the water, the sudden increase of groundwater has increased. So in the previous years or in the olden days, one single house is having this one, what we call Bavigal. So that has become increased the groundwater level. So what they have done, they have constructed houses. In that houses, Bavi Ira Maneli. Bavigal Mane to Alle Mane Katidare. So what is happened when it is increase of groundwater level, sudden effect of sinkholes it is happened. But it is not that much of disasters. But even though we have few records of sinkholes, we are not monitoring that also. Volcanic eruptions. Luckily, we don't have any volcanic eruptions in Karnataka and as well as in India. We are experiencing only landslide and earthquake. So other three disasters we are not monitoring, we are not experiencing also. So we are not happening. Maybe in the future, if it is comes, then definitely we have to look into that. Now we'll start landslide. So what is landslide? So landslide is a sudden movement of the rock mass or the solid mass or the soil. It's a slip of landslip, slope failure or slump. And also it is can be rock also, earth and mixture of both, debris. This landslides is mainly dependent on factor of safety. What is factor of safety? Factor of safety is equal to resisting forces divided by driving forces. You can see here the shear stress in both the pictures having angle of inclination is 10 degree and 40 degree. In this case, what will happen? Factor of safety is more than 1. And in that case, factor of safety is less than 1. If we calculate it geotechnically, if the factor of safety is greater than 1, it is stable. If the factor of safety is less than 1, it is vulnerable for landslide. It is how the landslide is going to occur. So landslide adaga, this is some of the nomenclature we call. The top part we'll call it as a crown cracks, minor scrap, transverse ridges, radial cracks, toe part, foot, surface of suppression, toe part, main body. So like that, so many parts are there, but it is very difficult to identify in the field. So mainly thing will concentrate on the crown part and the toe part. What is the original position? How much of the land or the mass is moved towards the original position? Because how far it has transferred. Because somewhere in the landslide is happened in the top of the hill, but the debris have come with the flow, with the flood situation. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಫ್ಲಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಬ್ರಿಸ್ ಬಂದಾಗ it can destroy the houses constructed near to the nalas or adjacent to the nalas. So we need to identify this also. Causes of landslide. There are 3 main causes: geological causes, morphological, human causes. Whereas even though landslide is considered as a geological hazard, but even it can be influenced geological, morphological and human causes. What are the geological causes? Weak and sensitive materials. What are the weak and sensitive materials that we have? Like soil and rock mass. weathered materials. What are the weathered materials that are existing? Sheared zones, jointed, fissured materials. You heard of all these terminologies? Adverse oriented discontinuities, bedding, sinuosity, fault, unconformity, and local earthquakes. It can be triggered any single causes or multiple causes. Morphological causes ಅಲ್ಲಿ tectonical movement ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Volcanic upliftment is not there in Karnataka. Subterranean erosion ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Like that one, this subterranean erosion is more in the Kerala part. What we call that as a soil piping. But Karnataka situation ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಬಹಳ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ. Deposition of loading of slopes and its crust. Vegetation removal, it is by with morphological as by fire or drought. And thawing, sink and swell weathering. These are some of the morphological causes. Human causes are excavation of slope or its toe. Toe part is the main strength holding material here. When it is removed, it can be very dangerous for landslide. Loading of slopes or its crest, drawdown, deforestation, irrigation, mining and water leakage. So these are the three different causes can be caused for the landslide. It can relate to anyone, any two or multiple. What we experienced in Karnataka that we are experiencing this landslide due to multiple reasons, not only single. If only single thing are there, so we can study only on that thing. If it is having multiple things, multiple causes, so we have to see the multi-approach. Whether which one is caused very high severity, which one is caused moderate, which one is caused lowest. So like that. These are the three different causes. And another thing is triggering point is there. These are the causes only, but the landslide will trigger for only two reasons: earthquake and rainfall. This landslide can be triggered by rainfall or earthquake. Why it is earthquake? Why it is earthquake?
Vibration.
Ground vibration. If the earthquake is happened with the highest magnitude, it can create vibration, ground vibration. So that can create the weak material or sensitive materials can be loosen up their strength, or what we call the factor of safety. Factor of safety can be lowered. And the rainfall is normally, if the rain is more, the overburden of the weathered material or the soil can be holding capacity of water can become more, and it can be pulled towards ground. So these are the only triggering points for landslides. There are different types of landslides are there. We call it as falls, topples, slides, lateral spreads, flows and complex. Falls means it may be rock fall. See here, it may be rock fall, or it may be debris fall, or it may be earth fall. Earth means soil fall. Three types of are there. In topples means, this is the topple how they are having some fissures and the cracks. So it can be opened widely, intervention of the water. Then after that it can slide can be occurred. So same like that one, slides are there, lateral spread, flows, and 5 different things are there. So this is the different kinds of landslides. And complex, it's complex means it's a combination of 2 or more principal types of movements. Generally, we have experienced it is combination of 2 or more kinds of movements. So this is how it is very complicated to study for landslides. If any single thing is there, so we can concentrate only one. But if it is multiple are there, so it is difficult. So we need to go for a high-end technologies or high-end studies. So since it is occurring from 2018, so we are working on it. This is hazard zonation map of India. So the landslide hazard map majorly in northeastern part, and part of eastern and also western part, eastern and western. So if we come to Karnataka, these are the different 7 districts. There are happening more landslides, where Uttara Kannada, Shivamogga, Udupi, Chikmagalur, Dakshina Kannada, Hasana and Kodu. These are the 7 districts having landslide. Previously, it is not considered as the most disastrous one, landslide. But see, the numbers of events as well as the number of deaths, it has triggered the government or the society to learn more and more on landslides. This is 2006 year, 75 landslides occurred. After that, it is 222, something like that. But after 2018, yearly it is 462. 161, 264, 66, 56. This year I think it is negligible, 1 or 2. And what about the deaths? In 2006 it is 6 deaths. In 9 it is 20. 18 it is 26. See, in between 12 to 17 there is no casualties due to landslides. Then after that 19 also 10, 7, 1 and 9. See, this number shows the severity of the landslides. We don't know where exactly it is going to occur. What are the causes are there? So how we are going to protect the people from these landslides? Some of the instrumentations are we have proposed. We are not yet established few of them. This rain gauge, it is there. Rain gauge already we have established this rain gauge throughout Karnataka in every single Gram Panchayat. What it will do, if you can consider the rainfall and we can correlate this rainfall to the landslide incidences. See, before only I said the southwest monsoon is receiving rainfall as it is before, but in a shorter duration. We need to analyze this rainfall duration threshold with the various probabilities. What amount of rainfall is occurred, where the landslide is occurred, because this geology is very complex. Geology, thickness of the soil and the undulations of the geography is vary from eastern to western side or northern to southern part in Karnataka. So this one can be varied from district to district or the taluk to taluk or even GP to GP. 1 Gram Panchayat can occur landslides of nearly 600 to 700 millimeter of rainfall. In another Panchayat, it may vary for 1000 millimeter. Maybe in another GP, it may go for 2000 millimeter of rainfall. So like that. This combination of study needs to be studied. But for the God's sake, we have this rainfall data of nearly 10 to 15 years rainfall data of year in the case at DMC. So we are collecting the landslide information and we are trying to correlate the landslide with the rainfall. Why it is required means, if it is that rainfall is crosses its threshold, so we can give the alert to the district authorities. So they can take the precautions so that any panchayat or GP or whichever hobli or whichever area is most vulnerable. So that is how we are planning. So we have made one MOU with Amrita University for this one. Amrita University as well as Geological Survey of India and also National Institute of Rock Mechanics. We have made 3 MOUs only for rainfall threshold analysis. So once we get succeeded, so we will start giving the landslide advisories to the stakeholders, all the DCs, taluka officers, PDOs, even for the public. We are planning this one. So apart from this one, the second one instrumentation is a crack meter. So this one, to install the crack meter, we need to identify the cracks which is vulnerable for landslide. So this majorly in the hilly regions. It is very, because all this instrumentation is very costliest, and also once the landslide is happened, it is not possible to recover the instruments. So for that reason, we need to install this instrument. For that one, it is very difficult to identify the location because the risk factor should be more. Risk factor means if some landslide is occurred means the one village is going to affect, or one factory is going to affect, or the school is going to affect. In that case, risk factor is more, then we are going to establish this instrument. Or else, this landslide, if it is occur interior of the forest, what is the use? The risk factor analysis for instrumentation of landslide instrumentation is the primary and the first very important thing. We are planning this one, so maybe in a couple of years we will establish this sensor. That is, these two instruments are surface instruments, these two instruments, and these another 4 set of instruments are subsurface instruments. Because only to monitor the surface measurement, it is difficult, it may be difficult, because in the surface that crack may develop slowly. Maybe underneath what will happen? It may changes from the surface to the beneath. So for that reason, we need 4 types of instruments: inclinometer, piezometer, tiltmeter, and borehole extensionometer. So what this instrument will do? We'll drill a borehole and we'll install, this is the sensor. So we'll install a sensor in particular depth. So it can be deployed in the 3 different levels or 4 different levels according to your location. Because see, this is this red line, it is showing it is a fractured zone. We have established this instrument above the fracture zone. If this mass is moving, this instrument cannot be recorded. So if we install 2 or 3 instruments, one is above the crack, one is below the crack. So in that case, what will happen if this is not recording the tiltless, this one is going to record. Because this is some of the graphs showing, see, this is the vertical movement of the mass. So how it is moving, how the displacement is moving. This displacement, we need to correlate with the rainfall only. What amount of rainfall is occurred, how much of displacement is occurred. So in that case, if we have this data, we can easily say, if this much of amount is occurred, amount of rainfall is occurred, landslide may occur. If we get very strong data, so we can easily say, it is going to occur like that. Next one is the piezometer. This piezometer, see, this is the piezometer sensor, and this is the one, can be installed in a multiple level. Once this is rainfall, landslide is related to rainfall means rain is occurring more, the increase of groundwater level chances are more. If the first sensor it is recording, pore water pressure is high, on the first sensor it may low, because pore water pressure comes from the lower end. If it is pore water pressure, it is crosses its threshold, landslide may occur. Next one is tiltmeter and borehole extensionometer. Tiltmeter is, we can establish for any mounts or even for the houses. These houses also, if it is tilted, we can get to record in the tiltmeter. Borehole extensionometer means how the land is moving. This is how the pictorial presentation is showing. So this is the first one, is crack meter. This rain gauge can be established anywhere, not exactly here. If it is in that GP also okay, if it is in that village also, if it is okay. The first one is inclinometer, it is this one, inclinometer, for A and B. This is, see, one sensor here, this white color is only one, it is in a 3. So it is, this one If this block is having the crack is here, in the first sensor it may not record. Maybe in the second sensor, inclinometer, it may record in these two sensors. And the piezometer, if it is increasing, the pore water pressure, it will record. And crack meter on the top. And the fourth one, last one is borehole extensionometer. See, one sensor here, one sensor here, one sensor here. If this block is moving, the block that movement or displacement can be recorded in this one and in this one. It may record in this one. So like that one, if we install multiple instrumentation according to their site specific condition, so we can give the warning for landslide if the risk element is more. If landslide is happening in the interior, it doesn't bother. What we plan? So like that one, we need to establish the instrumentation in the gut sections, western guts. All this instrument can be GPRS enabled, as you see in the rain gauge, can be GPRS enabled, from GPRS to internet, internet to KSNDMC. From there, we can generate the reports, chats, maps, as well as the warnings. So we are working on this one with the three different well-known organizations. Maybe in a couple of years, we will get very good results from these studies. So this is all about the landslide. Because why I become very short, we are not yet established any kind of sensors for landslide monitoring. We have established only rainfall. So we are doing that one. So if you have any doubts in landslide, you can ask. Or else we can move to the earthquake.
So only from pore water pressure you are through sensors you are determining the landslide cities.
For all the sensors, even for landslide, for rainfall also it is possible through telemetric rain gauge, crack meter also possible. If the n number of all the instruments are giving the values, if correct values are there, if it is crosses its threshold, so we can give the warnings. But still we are under process because we are experiencing from after 2018. Before that, what it is occurred in 2009, there was a huge landslide in Karwar. One big landslide is occurred, only single landslide. That has destroyed the entire village. Nearly 10 houses are there. Entire village it is destroyed. Maybe after that, we have not received any major landslide. But from the 2018 onwards, we are recording more. So it is very much essential to study the landslide. Even our Chief Secretary Madam Andita Sharma, she is very keen about the landslides. But the thing is, we are not getting any funds so far. We have submitted the proposal to the government. Once we get the funds, we will start as early as to install all the kinds of sensors.
So it needs to be installed in the national areas only or anywhere?
Madam, these can be installed anywhere. But only thing is, what is the cost of that instrument? Whether it is going to survey that this thing.
Like Kodugu and Western Ghats, there
Several
only
districts.
but here also.
Madam, these instruments, even for metro construction, they are using this. Yes. Underground tunneling, they are using. Anywhere can be used. But what is our aim? That is important. Whether to survive or to give the warning to the public, or to any construction part. So that is main thing. So mainly in the first phase we planned in Kodugu. The next is Chikmagalur, then after that adjacent districts. There are 7 districts are there, in that one we are going to establish. We'll move to an earthquake. Earthquake is known as generally a quake or a trembler or a tremor. It's just shaking of the earth surface. It is due to sudden release of energy by the plate tectonics. and also it can raise the intensity and as well as the magnitude. So it can create the damage of critical infrastructure